We are doing Singer-Songwriter Night again here in the shop. Colin Stackhouse, Arthur C. Lee. And I just have a few admin things. We have a mosaic knit-along still going on. It's always weird to talk about knitting and music and books. And then we're super excited. We are having the St. John's Art Walk. It is July 24th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We have very few vendor slots left, and we're super excited. And now I'm going to turn it over to Colin.
Thanks, Christine. Hello, I'm Colin Stackhouse. I'm the host of the Singer-Songwriter Night here. This is Arthur C. Lee.
Hello.
Hello. The format kind of changes depending on what the artist wants or what's best at this time. This is only the second show that we've done in the store for many, many months because of the pandemic, but we're all vaccinated and survey says we can be here. Mm-hmm. So what often happens is and what's gonna happen in just a moment is that I will kick off the show, play 2 songs of my own, and then Arthur and I are just gonna go back and forth and I'll talk to Arthur about their music and the other stuff that's happening in Portland. So here we go. I'm gonna start with a cover. I have found that I get pretty, I was reading this thing about how it's like potentially ADD, which I don't actually think that I have, but I will get stuck on a song and I'll listen to a song hundreds of times in a week when it really hits a chord. And this is the song of my week. Cool. It's from 1999. It's by the New Radicals. This guy, Greg, I can't remember his last name, but he's a great producer. His band recorded this one song that you guys will probably recognize. And then they broke up after this single released and he's been getting fat off the royalties. Yeah. So
there you go.
Yeah, someday. So this is You Get What You Give. Wake up, kid, you've got the dreamer's disease. 14 years, they've got you down on your knees. So polite, we're still busy saying please. Frenemies, who when you're down ain't your friend. Every night we smash a Mercedes Benz. First we run and then we laugh till we cry. But when the night is falling and you cannot find the light, if you feel your dreams are dying, hold tight. You've got the music in you, don't let go. You've got the music in you. One dance left, this world is gonna pull through. Don't forget, we got a reason to live. Can't let go, you only get what you give. We ran a miracle mile. We're flat broke, but hey, we do it in style. The bad rich God's coming in for your trial. Oh. But when the night is falling and you cannot find a friend, if you feel your tree is breaking, just bend. You've got the music in you, don't let go. You've got the music in you. One dance left, this world is gonna pull through. Don't forget, you've got a reason to live. Can't forget, we only get what we give. Insurance rip-off line. Health insurance rip-off line. FDA, big bankers buying. So many words. Health insurance rip-off line. FDA, big bankers buying. They're multiplying. fashion shoots with Beck and Hanson, Courtney Love and Marilyn Manson. You're all fake. Come around, we'll kick your ass in. Don't let go. One dance left. Can't back down. Don't forget. Thanks.
That's good.
Yeah, that just worked out with that. It's been a week, right? Yeah. Every time I come, I feel like I say like, wow, it's been a week. But it truly has. I'm gonna do one more song from an album I released in 2018. That album's called Again Again. And then I'll be quiet and I'll let Arthur sing. This is called Hummingbird Speed. You surprise me when you're angry. Words slow and calm. Oh, normally hummingbird speed until I've done you wrong. But when I say I will listen, I will listen. And when I say I will listen, I will listen. I can walk for miles, my thinking so American, just planning, 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 and never being where I am. But when I say I am your man, I am your man. And when I say I am your man, I am your man. I cannot see the way I used to. Oh, these eyes deceive the mind. A slice, a pinch, a cut, a rip, a searching for what I will not find. And when I say I am different, I am different. And when I say it is different, it is different. The winters are always easy. In winter, I don't have to try. A January wind rolls in to pacify my mind. And when I say I am ready, I am ready. And when I say I am ready, I am ready. And when I say I am ready, oh, I am ready, yeah, I am ready. And when I say I am ready, I am I am, I am, I am. Thanks.
That was good.
Thanks. Thanks, Arthur.
Awesome.
Well, okay. Go ahead.
All right.
Don't be shy.
Cool. Well, thank you, Colin, for having me, and Christine. My name is Arthur, and I'm trying to figure out how to put this on. But all right. Well, again, thank you, and it's nice to meet you. You know,
Yeah,
we don't really know each other.
we don't at all.
Yeah. So
Nothing.
nothing about each other.
Yeah.
So we should get to know each other.
Oh,
today.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
Okay. So
I'm right here.
yeah. Cool. Well, this song, this first song, you know, Colin was asking me, you know, what's been going on with my life, and you know, COVID has been going on. I was trying to put out a record last spring, last summer, and then COVID hit, and it just wasn't, you know, obviously the right time to put it out. So I have a bunch of new songs that I'm slowly trickling out in. Everything okay?
I'm just reading up. We've
Yeah.
got little texts that have popped up in the Zoom call.
Cool. So where was I? Yeah, putting out singles here and there, and this is one of well, this was the first single from this batch of songs that I have. It's called "The Burning Sun," and I wrote it after the solar eclipse we had. I think it was like 2017, and you know, we were here in Portland, but it was kind of one of the most amazing experiences I've ever experienced, just sitting there and watching, you know, and made me feel really small. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So the song is called "The Burning Sun." All right. Blinded by its beauty, what a sight. Caught a glimpse and then it felt alright. I tried to take it in, feel it in my skin. Left me lost in a daydream. That knocked me out as I came to, it had me turned around. It's all I had to see, staring right at me, looking like the chosen one. For the burning sun. The mad shadows out of control. Two bodies putting on a show. As it grew still, the sound surreal. Morning light, it fell so heavy into night, and gave a shout to the brilliant sky.
blinded by its beauty, what a sight. Caught a glimpse and then it felt alright.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Another one, or
Yeah,
going back and
do
forth,
two.
or
Let's do two each, or two for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start off two, maybe then one, and
Sure.
Yeah.
Great. That gives me. I now have one more song to think of what I'm playing next, so that's great.
All right. So this one is the second single that I released probably in January or February, and it's called "The Storm." It's kind of a heavier number. It's with a fuller band, but obviously I don't have the band with me. But you know, it's about relationships and kind of I guess you know, it's not all honky-dory in relationships. So you know,
What do you mean?
just getting through those, you know, the kind of, don't know what I'm trying to say right now, but it's called "The Storm." Okay.
Drowning out a long day, singing an easy song. There's a strange stillness as I stumble through the door. The calm before the storm, settling for sleep in a silent, fearful slumber over the black beneath. So good as the days rolled by. In a sudden twist of fate, as the storm arrived, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the night. Ooh, come on, baby, there's nothing wrong. You know why I would tell you if I had too much. We got tangled in an angry sea. Can we get through this? Come on, baby. Reaching for an answer, gotta get a grip. As the bottom got deeper on an empty breath, lost in screams, like I'm caught in a crowd that no one can hear, crying out loud. Oh, come on, baby, there's nothing wrong. You know why I would tell you if I had too much. We got tangled in an angry sea. Can we get through this? Come on, baby. There's nothing wrong. You know why I'm just trying to weather this storm. We got tangled in an angry sea. Can we get through this? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
That sounds like it could have a lot of different kinds of backing bands. What is the lineup in that track or in the single?
Well, it's just straight up, you know, drums, bass, guitars, and I think there's some piano in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's rock and roll.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like it sounds like it could. Well, it sounds like rock and roll. I was also like hearing like the potential for if you wanted to like take a left or whatever right into country, like you could have a pedal steel or like other things. But I'm glad there's piano. I don't know why it feels like a song that should have a couple.
Yeah, when I first wrote it, I had I demoed it, and it kind of it had almost like a Wilco sound, like kind of like a muffled Wilco sound. But then
I'm like muffled Wilco. That's like a good selling.
There was just something about it. But then I had Scott McGee, who is a drummer in town. He has a studio, and I had him track drums, and he just like totally changed the vibe of it. Cool. The vibe of it. And it has more of like and he's kind of like a soul drummer.
Okay.
And it has that almost a soul element to it with his drumming. So
that's cool. Is his studio, where is it?
Oh, it's his attic. It's just like southeast somewhere.
Cool. Does it have so I recorded I want to talk about albums sometime in this hour, but like I recorded an album in a studio that has a name, but I mean, they do like a project once every 3 years or so. Does this attic have a name, or is it Scotty's attic?
Yeah, it's Scott McGee. So he plays in a couple bands, but I guess his middle name is Arthur, which is my name. And I guess he called it Arthur's Attic, but when I asked him what the name, I knew what the studio name was. Like, what's your studio name? I think he was kind of embarrassed that it was like Arthur's Attic, and so he called it Scotty's Attic, and I was like,
did you just lie to me?
Yeah, I was like, you just lied to me, didn't you? No, it's literally just his attic in southeast somewhere. But I mean, it sounds amazing, and some good sounds and a bunch of other instruments. But
you're saying he's a liar? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So don't like the guy.
Well, you heard it here first.
But I don't know if he does other projects outside of his own stuff, but obviously he did, because he had me come in, and he's not my usual drummer. So cool. Yeah.
Who's your usual drummer? Or pre-COVID?
Pre-COVID, it was Anders Bergstrom.
Okay.
And Peter Roddicker played bass, and they're just Peter Roddicker is like a producer, multi-instrumentalist in town, and Anders is one of those drummers that plays drums in probably 20 bands at one time.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
oh yeah, I can't do that because I got a gig. And he's like, can you do it the next day? He's like, no, I got another gig with another band. Like,
that's great. I mean, yeah, it's I remember one New Year's resolution. Whenever I squint at the camera for the viewers, I'm looking at the text screen to see if there's any messages to read. So that's why I'm like, with my eyes. But I remember a New Year's resolution, maybe 2018, must have been, where I was like, I want the next year, I want to be too busy with music. And I had it happen, and it was really cool. Great. And I look forward to that happening again. Yeah. And I hope that happens with all of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Like being too, well, I mean, I feel pretty busy right now. You're a teacher in your as a profession, or you're a music teacher.
Yeah.
If you guys need any music lessons, Arthur C. Lee can teach them. Do you have like any kind of, I know you're not related to the school year, but are you kind of like crunched for time now that the school year is ending right now? Or is it going to be the same next week as it was this last week? Or
I'm not sure if I understand your question.
Do you change your students with the school year? Like, will you take a break now that their school year is ending? Or
no, I do follow the the school calendar, and I will take a break. Cool. But then summer comes around, and summer's usually pretty light, except for last summer because of COVID. Everyone was home, and so I was like the busiest I've ever been.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So but this summer is probably going to be pretty light, like most summers.
Okay.
But yeah, I have like a winter break and spring break with because kids are out of town.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah,
families.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna play a couple songs. We'll talk more about albums.
Yeah,
because I just feel Arthur did something that I should have done, and so I'll talk about that in a second. But this is a song I wrote maybe already a year ago. It's called 7 Generations. me strength so that I swim to that other bank. When will there be peace in our nation? It'll be 7 generations. When will you have the conversation? It'll be 7 generations. It'll be 7 Bring it all into the light, every lie in every shade of white. Learn their names one by one, only then the work begun. Paint the streets as I walk, as I dance, sing, and talk. Please give my body faith so that I learn the words to say. I'm through with doubt and I'm done with patience. It'll be 7 generations. When will you have the conversation? It'll be 7 generations. It'll be 7 Thanks. Yeah. Should we do 2 or 1? What do we do now? You want to do one more?
Let's do 2. Let's do 2. Maybe next.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I want to do one more. That song. I don't know. I love it too.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. Thanks. It
That's
like.
the banjo part.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Takes yeah, I don't know, songs like I've discovered that my songs like are even if they're I love sharing music, obviously, duh, but even if they're only shared like from past Colin to present Colin, they can be very healing or helpful.
Yeah.
Or often that's not always the case because some songs that I wrote that I loved 5 years ago are songs I never want to hear again.
Yeah.
But that, yeah, but that song I just performed, feels good.
Is that on a record?
It's not on a record yet. Yeah. So the lesson that Arthur was talking to me about was about your releasing.
Oh yeah.
So this isn't spilling the beans,
No,
but you recorded an album in 2019, I'm assuming, or and Arthur didn't release it during the pandemic, and I recorded an album in 2019, and I did release it during the pandemic last June. It's been about a year.
Okay, nice.
My band Stackhouse and the Garden, my last name's Stackhouse, Stackhouse and the Garden. We released our album Hottest Summer Yet last year around this time, and I'm really happy that it's out.
Yeah.
And also, because of the pandemic, that band has like lost a lot of members. So it's like, it's whatever, it's my band. So whatever comes next will look totally different. Right. And I'm just like, okay, well,
it's been a while. Yeah.
But that's just what it is.
How many members were in it?
Just 5 of them. Oh, 6.
That's a good amount.
Yeah. but about half of them aren't in it anymore. And I'm the only person who lives in town. So it's like, so it's, and it's gotta be kind of nice. Or if that same thing is happening with you, at least you haven't like, you can replicate, I assume, the sound of your album with a new band easily. Yeah. Cool. Great.
Yeah. But it's kind of weird because I have like a steady set of people that I play with, but it's obviously like my name. So it's kind of, I feel weird calling it a band, but, I think they're pretty, into playing shows. And so like, with the pandemic, it's, I haven't seen, like my drummer and probably, how long has it been? Almost, a year.
Yeah.
So,
or more. Yeah.
Or more. And it's like, okay, well, once we start playing out again, he can be around.
Have you reached out to him? Is he around?
Well, he is around, but long story. But we
got time.
Yeah, we do have time. Just with the whole situation, like when are we going to play again? And he's got some. I don't know if it's him or someone in his family was kind of sensitive with COVID. Not wanting to get it, so. He's playing it safe, the bass player wants to play out, but it's also like when am I gonna, it's been so hard being like, should I book a show with a band?
Right.
It's like, when do I do that? I see like venues, having like tour lists and what bands coming in. It's like, well, man, like I just heard.
I know. Yeah. I'm blown away. I'm just like, oh, people have been emailing nonstop, or people have been on their emails so much.
Yeah.
And now that it's just opening, it seems like, people who are more on it than I am are booked, and you've got a show at Alberta Street Pub. Is that right?
I did have a residency there, a monthly residency, and I think that's going to continue. But it's just like I was telling you earlier, like Alberta Street Pub is kind of like almost the only venue in town for bands. Yeah, and so it's I was playing shows there, but then like all these people have been wanting to play, and it's like I've been kind of like been pushed out a little bit.
Okay,
which is fine. I understand.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like I'm just like this solo dude playing, sad songs when it's like this like hot band wants to come in. But we'll see what happens. I guess what I was trying to say was like, I have a friend in Australia, and they were just in lockdown like last week because the things are just kind of like with COVID there, it was starting to get a little bit worse. So I do feel optimistic about things here, but I'm still kind of being careful.
Yeah. I think that is this. I have to be optimistic, well, because we have to, but like this is so different than what I've been experiencing.
Yeah.
So this is great. And if this is the kind of change that is going to happen this summer, I'm for it, and after this, I'm like, I'm going to go around more other people also vaccinated. Guess I would feel calm and good about that. This, I'm going to sing a song. This will be on the next album, whenever that comes, but this is called Serious Conversation. Similar to, it's a song about relationships. Most songs are.
Yeah.
So that I don't even know all the risks I'm taking. Is my heart on fire, or am I faking my part? Will you swim or will you drown? Now that's a serious conversation. Babe, you'll follow me all the way down, and I totally know that your heart was breaking, and I want to take part in the plans we're making, but these games that we play leave my whole world shaking apart. serious conversation. Wasn't looking for a serious. Do you want money or you want time? Now that's a serious conversation. Either way, the fault is mine. We're all trying to crack the algorithm. Get somebody to take all the things we're given. Just lean back in the cut of that hustle we're in. Find that perfect blend of God and science and art. Serious conversation. Wasn't looking for a 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 serious. Oh, are you gonna take my name? Now that's a serious conversation. Either way, we're still the same. Getting someone to give all the things we're taking. And these games that we play leave my whole world shaking. And I'm gonna freak out if we end up back at the start. I wasn't looking for a serious conversation.
Nice.
Thanks.
Nice banjo work.
Thanks. Yeah, you play banjo too, huh?
I play a little bit.
There's a banjo right here, Arthur.
I could play that, but no, I picked up the banjo probably about 10 years back, and I was telling you, I got like a resonator. It's like more like a finger style banjo, but I do more of that, like I don't know if that's considered claw hammer. What you're doing.
Yeah, claw hammer frailing,
frailing,
which is like a little funny because that is like the pattern, like the rhythmic way I'm playing, but a claw hammer is often for, like, as you likely know, for tunes, you know, so playing like old time Appalachian fiddle tunes or on the banjo. And I do that a little bit, and I mostly use it as an accompanying instrument.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I do more of that stuff. You know, I'm not the best at it, but like, you know, like I feel like, my banjo's not really suited for that. So, but you know, it's a nice one. But I teach some banjo lessons as well.
Cool.
Really, you know, teach some old time songs. And,
cool.
Yeah. So
great. What's a song you know, or a song that you teach?
On banjo?
Yeah.
You know, it's basic stuff like boil them cabbage
down.
Yeah,
that's a classic.
Old Joe, was it Old Joe something?
Old Joe Clark.
Old Joe Clark. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
I know both of those. I actually don't. I know that I mostly play fiddle, so I can.
Oh, okay.
I can do that on fiddle, but I could absolutely not do that on banjo right now.
Okay, so let's see. I was trying to decide what to do next, but I guess I'll do some finger picking stuff. This is a newer one. It's not in the new record, but wrote this a few months back, and you know, I don't know if I want to spill the beans on it, but I feel like it has a Bob Dylan sound, and I was, you know, I just loved, like, what's that one song of his? Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. You know, it's like, it's obviously it's a good song, but like, I mean, it's just like so. It's so mean, you know. It's like,
well, it's like, and sad. I mean, it's like sad. It's like you've cut my heart open. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's just, but it's such a, you know, such good, like, gentle song in a ways. But this is kind of in the style of that. And you know, this past year during the pandemic, I've just been listening to a lot of music and being like, you know, I want to write a song like that. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to write like a Bob Dylan song. So, you know, in the style of Bob Dylan, or, you know, I'm like a huge M. Ward fan. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to write an M. Ward song. It's like, in the style of M. Ward, let's do it. Let's try to sound like M. Ward. So I don't know. This may or may not sound like Bob Dylan, but I should probably tune. If you want to.
Would you like a glass of water? I would.
I have some water here.
Oh, you do? Okay, I'm going to help myself to a glass of water.
seat was made for two. But as I sit here, it's been calling for you. I hear the echoes of your feet on the floor, but my heart sank as they slowly walked out the door. For us it was nothing but the same old stuff. So sick of it all, yeah, you had enough. I always tried to be your beacon of light, but you would much rather get lost in the long dark night. You've been looking everywhere but here. I know things weren't working out for you, my dear. I never could fit into your empty space, but you'd always come running back to me, for Christ's sakes. Yours was the strongest hand I ever held. For you, mine wasn't so, I could tell. You always dragged your feet back to me. I couldn't tell if that was out of convenience or necessity. I thought it was love, but it wasn't to you, obviously. You've been looking everywhere but here. I know things weren't working out for you, my dear. I never could fit into your headspace, but I'd always take you back in, for Christ's sakes. I'll take these memories with me to the grave. I can't say though how much I'll save. All I was looking for I thought I'd found, but that never seemed to work out the many times around. You've been looking everywhere but here. I know things weren't working out for you, my dear. I never could fit into your headspace, but when you came back in that awful state, this time around I could see it written all over your goddamn face.
There's a bob in there.
Yeah, a little bit. You want to do one each, or?
Gosh, well, didn't you just do one? But like turn-wise, you should do a second one right now.
Let's do second one, and then we'll switch it off.
That's good. That sounds good. Phew. Is that song? This is a hard, or maybe not, question. Is that about a particular person, or is it about a lot of people?
You know, I think it's not about a specific person. It's just about, you know, yeah, just you know, those. I guess I don't know. I try to say that, or try to think that I don't write about specific people, which I don't. But you know, it's I kind of wanted to turn it around. You know, like with Bob Dylan, it's like, you know, it's like. What's his line in that one song? It's like, I gave you my heart, but you wanted my soul. Yeah. It's like, but now it's like the other way around. It's like, now I'm singing like, yeah, you know, I wanted you, but you know, you just want to do your own thing. And so I just kind of took that idea and just try to twist it around a little bit. So, cool. You know, it may be about people that I know, but it's just about relationships and from a different angle is what I was trying to get at.
Have you ever written? Most songs of mine are started by thinking about one person, or for better or for worse, that's just how it tends to flow naturally. So it's like a little more effort for me to write outside of my pattern. But it sounds like you don't ever write about a particular person?
You know,
just not you. So
yeah, it's not I try not to write about a specific person, just because I don't know. I want to kind of get past that a little bit. And, you know, I used to, actually, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe like in the beginning, but, I kind of want to just get more of like the general sense of like what's happening, as opposed to like, you know, this is what happened to me and this is how I feel. It's like, you know, I want to get it. I want to get that feeling. And, you know, it's like, it might sound kind of cheesy, but like, you know, writing a story and you want to build characters and stuff like that, which I'm not like a storyteller or anything like that, but like, I try to go in that angle just to, I don't know, just something a little different, I guess. Yeah.
It's just, it's fascinating. I mean, like turns out everybody is different.
Cool. So, well, now that I say all that, I guess I'll play one about a specific person.
Oh, great. Who's it about?
No, it's, it was influenced by a specific person, but it's basically about, because, you know, I have two kids, 6 and 4-year-old, and, you know, I knew this family who had a kid who was a teenager, and the dad was a super nice guy. It's just like wanted so many good things for his kids, but, you know, his teenager was just in the wrong place, you know, mentally, and just, you know, I felt bad for the dad, and because, you know, I could tell that he was trying so much, and so me being kind of a newer father, like it would just like break my heart if like one of my kids just like, you know, hated the world and, you know, was an angsty teenager, which all of us are or were. But I guess this song is about that. Are you all right? You've been so down all through the long night. There was a time when you and I, we would talk about what was on your mind. Had trouble getting through the day, and never could find an easy way. I feel for you, you know I do. I tried to be around and spend some time with you, but you're caught in an endless loop. What happened to me and you? I know it isn't right. I told myself that you'd be fine. It's been so long since I've seen a smile from you. Don't know why it cuts through me, or your lies that you bring a good time always find you in misery. I know it isn't right. I told myself
we'd be fine. It's been so long since I've seen a smile from you, from you. From you, from you, from you.
That was really nice.
Oh, thanks.
I really like that one.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I like the I like your finger picking a lot, and I liked how there were little tasty finger picking, kind of like sneaking its way in before you did a solo.
Yeah,
I like
thanks.
that a lot.
Thanks.
Did you record that? Have you recorded that yet? Or?
Yeah, that's recorded, and
Okay.
that's going to be in the, the new record whenever that's coming out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you have a title for it, or
I do. Yeah, it's called Natural Light.
Natural Light?
Yeah,
Cool.
Natural Light. Yeah.
And is that a song? I'm looking at your set list.
Yeah, it's Glassy Eyes right there.
No, I mean, is Natural Light? Not
Oh,
just the
Natural Light
title?
is not a song. No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the name of the album. Yeah.
Cool. That's I like that name, and it's Natural Light's good.
Yeah,
Finally.
I have this thing about just artificial light. Like, it's like the opposite. Like in the morning, and like it's the sun. In the morning time, the sun is out and like a light is on. I'm like, oh my god, I just want some natural light. It's kind of like, I don't know. There's something about it.
I agree. I'm gonna try to tune and talk at the same time.
Yeah, let's see if you can do it.
Thanks.
Because I can't.
I have a similar problem. It is a problem, and my neighbors Melissa and Matthias, if you're watching, we're gonna work it out eventually. I haven't spoken to them about this because they're lovely and we have a good neighborly relationship, but their outdoor light is just constantly on, and it's in their it protects their like side entrance, and it bathes my whole yard with light. So it's I've been avoiding this discussion for years, so it's
now's
like
the time.
Yeah, well, there's no reason for me to like complain about it because I'm fully capable of talking to them about it. I just but it's so interesting because I am so shaken that this light exists. I'm just like, God, why? Oh, this is the worst. But they need it for their feelings, and so or not, for their safety as hell.
Yeah, for safety. Yeah.
But yeah, so someday I won't have to worry about that. This is a fiddle tune. Cool. Or it's a banjo tune. It's called Snowdrop. It's on the Stackhouse in the Garden album from last year. I learned this tune, and as soon as I learned it, I was like, I need to write lyrics to this tune. So the tune is called Snowdrop, and the song is called Burn It Down. Because sometimes I just want to burn it down, but like positively. Remember how I said I could tune and talk at the same time?
Yeah, it's not possible.
Also, banjos are notorious. Tell them, Arthur, how banjos are notorious.
They're pretty notorious. Yeah. No, I mean, if the temperature changes a degree, yeah, they go.
And it's way hot, and it's really hot in here.
No, yeah, I was playing a show, and I was like trying to like start the intro off and tell a story at the same time, and I had to stop playing the guitar while I told the story because it's hard.
I mean, it turns out that I'm the person that cares the most, so Alyssa, my neighbor.
But a banjo is supposed to be out of tune. If it's not out of tune,
Something's wrong.
something's wrong. You just gotta go for it. You have an excuse. Yeah, speaking of out of tune, I remember seeing M. Ward at Doug Fir, and it was just him playing this like acoustic number. And he's, you know, before he starts it, he's like, I mean, I love M. Ward. I'm not like this bag on him, but he tuned like almost every string down, whatever tuning he was in, and it was so out of tune. But he was just like, you know, F it, just like just doing it. You know, he's like, what else am I gonna do? You know, it's like that's, you know, he owned it. Even with an out of tune, open chord, open tuning guitar.
Ooh, that's a time. I think we're good. This is called Burn It Down. All right, we'll start singing.
Burn it down, burn it down. Make me think that I amount to so much more than just a score from all these things that I should adore. Change my mind, it's something I do all the time. Somewhere between these wild oats and sitting back to watch my garden grow. I cannot see the forest for the trees. I cannot emote fearlessly. I will become the things I choose not to fight. They say I'll know, they say I'll know when it's true love and when I should go, but I don't want to wait on the shelf while waiting just to find myself. I cannot see the forest for the trees. I cannot emote fearlessly. I will become the things I choose not to fight. So burn it down, burn it down. Want to believe that we amount to more than just what I perceive. Judging you while you're judging me. I cannot see the forest for the trees. I cannot emote fearlessly. I will become the things I choose not to fight. Oh, I cannot see the forest for the trees. I cannot emote fearlessly. When will I be a man who's worth the fight? Oh.
Nice. Yeah. That song's not about anyone in particular. That's like one of my only. Great.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, you also have a nice voice too. Like, did you?
Thanks.
Did you grow up singing and stuff? Or
I did. Yeah, I grew up doing musical theater
Cool.
a lot. I grew up in Fairbanks, Alaska. So
oh yeah.
really very easy to be. I mean, as a child, like the arts in Fairbanks were great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like beyond. I mean, our youth symphony, I know that the Portland Youth Symphony is very, very good, but our symphony like traveled internationally the shop is shut. And we just had somebody try to get in, but we were closed. So anyway, so easy to be like a big theater kid in a small pond because just because of the size of Fairbanks. So I had incredible opportunities. I mean, like I was in like a full on community theater play like every year. And I don't do that anymore, you know, like I love singing, but theater isn't calling me right now, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so I've sung from a young age, and then I don't know, I kind of had that revelation, or a revelation 5 or 6 years ago, that I probably am gonna sing forever, so I should just like be okay with it. And be like, I sing. Were you not okay with it? I don't know, man. Yeah. Like, I guess not. Yeah, I guess I didn't acknowledge how much music was going to be there forever. You know, I was like, oh, music's cool, but these other things are somehow fall into a different category, and I didn't like fully acknowledge that music is going to be something that I just do. Yeah, you know, it's as part of me as other like habits. You know, it's like a habit, and songwriting is like a something that won't ever stop. Yeah. So yeah, no, I've always admired singers, because I did not grow up singing. That I would not guess that. Well, yeah, I mean, and I always was, you know, like whenever I did sing in bands, you know, I was always like the quietest one. I was like, why am I so quiet? Why can't I like project? So I ended up actually taking voice lessons. Cool. And it was like one of the best things for me. Yeah. Just musically, and even just, you know, just in general, but more specific, like musically, like it trains your ear. Like I was like able to hear things a lot better. Yeah. And, you know, I always wanted to do like, you know, singer-songwriter where I play guitar and sing. But like I said, like I was just never, maybe it was confidence, but it was also just like vocally, it just wasn't there. It didn't sound full, and, you know, still working on it, but like, yeah, it's just one of the best things. And I tell my students that, like, you know, if you're serious about it, you know, take voice lessons. Right. You're going to hear things better. And I don't know, it's just been really good. Yeah. Yeah. I took some music theory classes at PCC a few years ago, and that was helpful to me. And it's like you're never too old or whatever to like learn something from a class. Yeah. You know, so yeah, that was helpful. That's good. And I hope you learned a lot. What was that? I hope you learned a lot from it. I think I did. I have this like this imagery metaphor. Christine, can you give us a time check? And it's 8:05. Oh shit. Really? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, hello, Zoom viewers from near and far. We got carried away. Yeah. We could do this all night. How about one song each? That sounds great. Yeah. Right. Thanks, Christine. I have this like visual metaphor that I have for like music theory understanding or like musicality in my mind. And sometimes I feel like my music theory or certain parts of music theory or whatever, like it's like a big canyon, you know? And so like I'm at this, in some ways I feel like I'm at a plateau, which is fine, like a good thing. And I can like see the landscape of music before me. And then like over there, there's like, wow, this concept I don't understand. Yeah. There's this huge canyon and I'm like, what is even down there? I can't even see it. So yeah, there's working through that. Yeah, no, at least you're working through it. You know, we could talk all night about this, but just music theory, you know, like there's always going to be something that I guess you don't understand, but I think just understanding that you don't understand and having that motivation, that desire to actually like why, you know, right? Just having that as opposed to like, this could be understood. People can understand this. Yeah. You can do this. Yeah. So it's always going to be there. So I don't know what to say about that and not be cheesy, but like, you know, just don't get frustrated about it. It'll come as you play more. Yeah. And, thanks, Mr. Lee. Yeah. That's what I tell my students. Okay, so let's do one more each. So yeah, Christine said we're gonna do one more each. Jen is our wizard behind the curtain. Hello, Jen. We're gonna do one more each. Okay. Yeah, this is called Summer Pose from my first record. I guess my only record out, but it's about looking at old pictures.
slid into a telephone pole. Everyone was fine. Sitting by a fire, smiling with a friend who moved at the end of the year. Brings me back through the years. Of people and places I hold dear. Whatever happened to my younger cousin? He lived near the beach where we go swim. His older brother left for the army like his father. Was the first time he'd been on a plane. This moment seems so surreal. What was he thinking? How'd he feel? Brings me back through the years. People and places I hold dear.
That's nice.
Thank you.
I like
Thank
the I like your oohing.
you. Yeah, a lot of hooing on that.
A lot of oohing. Where's my capo? It's in my pocket. We'll do one more. Hey, Christine, do you want to do any announcements?
Do I have any announcements?
I don't know. Seemed like Christine was talking about the stuff for the month when she first stood up here.
Yeah, I don't have any other announcements.
Okay.
Come shop this weekend. We'll be here.
Say that.
Oh,
She said, "Come shop this weekend."
I do have one more announcement.
Yeah. I'm in a tune. Do the thing.
For Father's Day weekend, we have a free lecturum or bullet journal embossing. We have the embossing machine here. So if you buy a new bullet journal, we can emboss it for you. That is all.
Cool. Is that going to be just Father's Day or?
We're doing it next weekend. So
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Father's Day is next weekend. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Did you say Father's Day?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have it for Father's Day.
Okay.
But we're embossing the week before, so you can give it
to the
as a
yeah.
gift.
What a great idea.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And grads, it's good for graduation.
Great for grads. I love my dad a lot. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to go see my dad next week, so I'm not going to give him a journal. But if you see your dad next week and he writes, you should give him a journal. My dad's an observer.
Non-standard tune? Is this?
It's in Calico.
Ooh, I don't know that.
It's good for the tune Calico or this song that I wrote. This is called Hold On. I just wrote it. I wrote it right after the election. I was feeling very fraught after the election, before the results were announced. So thanks for coming. Next, viewers, next month we have Salvatore Manalo. I misspoke a month ago and said instead of Arthur, it was going to be Salvador. So I'm excited to listen to him. He's funky town. And I'm going to have to touch base with him about how a banjo funk back and forth would go. But yeah, so tune in next month. It'll be not the 4th of July weekend, but the next weekend. Yeah, and in July we also have a live concert, part of the St. John's Arts Walk, and it's going to be great. And you're performing, is that right?
I think so.
I think you are.
Yeah, I didn't hear back from you. I was going to ask you about that.
Oh, you're performing.
Okay, good. Good.
Well, it's good thing we
already in my calendar.
Yeah. That makes one of us. It's in my calendar. So,
I'm not listening.
Yeah.
July 24th.
July 24th is the Arts Walk. Christine just reminded me, and I realized I should state it into the microphone. It's going to be really fun. There's probably, how many vendors? 50?
At least 50.
At least 50 vendors?
And all the businesses.
All the businesses in St. John's are taking part in this. There's going to be live music. It's going to be really fun. The song's called Hold On. So you say that you're scared of the direction our country is going. Yeah, I'm pretty scared too. There are all these things we keep showing you that you won't see. Take a look at this room that you're standing in. There's a lot of people who hate. It is terrifying if someone wants to kill me simply because I'm gay and you don't know me. This happens slowly. Hold on, it won't be long. You can count on the passing of time. Stay strong, it's okay to be wrong. Around it, you can wrap your mind. Hold on, it won't be long. Take a pass on that count in your mind. Stay strong, it's okay to be wrong. You're simply a sign of the times. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. So you say to your friends that Black Lives Matter movement is a lie. Girl, don't you care that there's billionaires that are just trying to divide us, but we won't be. You are my country. I've been dealing with my anger more this year than ever before. And more than half of me wants to show half my country the door. But that won't be helpful or possible. Why don't we dwell on what's possible? Hold on, it won't be long. You can count on the passing of time. Stay strong, it's okay to be wrong. You're simply a sign of the times. Hold on, it won't be long. Take a pass
pass on that count in your mind. Stay strong, it's okay to be wrong. Around it, you can wrap your mind. Head down and quiet and clouded, you're simply a sign of the times. Voice loud, keep your feet on the ground, you are finally free of your mind. Head down and quiet and clouded, you're simply a sign of the times. Voice loud, keep your feet on the ground, you are finally free, you are finally free of your mind.
Nice. Yeah. Arthur C. Lee. Two Rivers Books.
Colin, yeah,
Colin
Colin Stackhouse.
Christine, Jen, Fuchsia, everybody from Weird Sisters and Two Rivers. See you next month.